Chips and Salsa here.
And we're back in the swing of things, and we have some life-saving tips for you. So, 5 weeks into school, and I'm feeling really great.
Yes, so am I.
Yes.
Water.
Drink up. Yeah, I think like our flow, our routine is getting down, and the kids are used to getting up and getting to work, so it's going well.
Much better than our first 2 weeks of school.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even 3 weeks
That
of
was a
school.
little rough beginning, but see, it gets better. Press in.
Yes, it does. So we wanted to share some tips with you that have helped us get there. Tip number 1.
Take care of yourself. Don't let yourself get run down. Drink plenty of water.
Yes.
And go to bed early. So hard.
But you know what? I think that is so important because I found myself on the days that I was going to bed early, I was getting up earlier.
Right.
And having that time to myself that I don't have. Because let's get real, moms. I mean, we are working from the moment we get up until we go to bed. And there's no way around that. I mean,
right.
So I think that is so important to have that time to yourself in the morning. I use it to read the Bible and to pray and just to stay still in the
When
quiet.
you said you've been doing your stretches.
The stretching, yes. Stretching and just getting that blood going.
Right. Really
sets
helps
up the
wake
day.
you up too if you're trying to get up early. Take your vitamins.
Yes.
So right as we're preparing for this, Ximena's phone goes off to tell her to take her vitamins. So I need to
do that.
Set an alarm or something.
I just started that because I was finding myself, why am I so tired? I'm chewing on ice every 5 seconds. I'm anemic and I'm not taking my iron. Well,
yeah.
I'm going to be sick pretty soon if I continue.
Yeah, when I notice that I'm starting to feel tired, I'll kind of do a self-check and I'm like, okay, well, I haven't really been consistent with my vitamins.
Yeah.
So if you aren't already taking a good multivitamin, that's a great place to start. And exercise. You got to get a good exercise routine in. If nothing else, just to alleviate some stress from your life, taking a walk.
Well, I want to talk about that because, okay, you know me, I'm anti-exercise. Okay, I hate it.
Anti.
Okay, I'm not against
enjoy
it. I'm not against it, but I hate it. I can't. I've tried to like it all my life.
Right.
I've never liked it. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy routines. But here's what I do enjoy. I enjoy walking. I enjoy swimming. I enjoy dancing.
Yeah.
I enjoy stretching. And so all this time I shared this with you, how I was fighting with myself and beating myself up about how horrible of a person I was because I don't like exercise. And I'm friends with all these athletes that like...
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay. But this girl works out, okay? She works out. I'm not like that. But I read that according to my blood type, the best exercises for me are swimming,
dancing,
walking. So, yay!
So that is something to take into consideration.
It is.
But doing something. It doesn't have to be what your neighbor is doing, right? You don't have to hit the gym all hard. And
I would say even if it's like 3 times a week minimum.
Yeah.
You know, that you go out and take a nice walk or like work out. That will get you going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, tip number 2.
Stay flexible, ladies and gentlemen. Things aren't always going to work out exactly how you plan. Now, depending on your personality type, you might want to have everything written out, and when you don't get to something, it makes you frustrated. Or you could have a general idea of your plan and then let things be a little more loose.
Yeah, and that is something that I have learned the hard way all these years that I've been homeschooling. I mean, I have cried myself just in a ball of anxiety because
She cried herself a river.
I cried myself a river of anxiety because I had this expectation. That's not realistic.
Right.
Now I am an idealist, so that makes sense too.
Yes. Well, for instance, I think we both had the same experience the week or two ago where we felt really exhausted in the morning and decided it's okay to start school a little late and get a little extra Z's in the morning and kind of ease into the day, and then you still end up having a productive day.
Yeah.
So being flexible with the time as well as the plan will really help you have a more successful day, a more successful homeschool, because you'll feel more accomplished, you'll feel better, and you won't be beating yourself up, and you won't be as grumpy with the kids when you feel like they didn't get as much stuff done.
Yeah. And then going out on a walk, let's say one day you just see everybody's super stressed and you just announce, we're going to the park. You know, that kind of thing.
You're
always.
Like the best mom in the world.
But it's true. Like, I've done it before where I've surprised the kids. You know, I don't tell them, and I'm like, we're going to SeaWorld, you know, or anything like that. And it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it really creates a moment that they'll never forget, and it just it sets us up for success for future school days. So
absolutely.
Okay, tip number 3.
Routines. I have a morning routine, a school routine, an afternoon routine, a night routine. It really does help you keep track of what you're supposed to be doing. And I actually got a lot of this from Ximena. So my morning routine, I have a little checklist on my refrigerator that I don't actually check off, but it has points on it, and the little circles for checking look pretty. And it's make your bed, put a little laundry in, put away the dishes from the night before, plan out your day for that day. And so once I know I got all that stuff done, I feel like, okay, now I'll move on to school.
Yeah, I have a routine for myself where I get up and like we mentioned before, I spend time by myself. But then for the kids, it's been really, okay, so my kids are cuddlers, so they want to come in and cuddle in the morning. And so we read a little bit, and then I have this playlist on Spotify, which, by the way, if you don't follow us on Spotify,
Chips and Salsa Homeschooling playlist on Spotify.
I have some playlists on Spotify that I use when it's labeled morning routine, and so it has the same songs, and we start with one like Kirk Franklin, something really upbeat, you know.
Okay.
And what happens is they hear that, and immediately it's like, okay, it's time to get up and do our morning routine, which is make their bed, clean their room, get dressed, wash their face. And then we come down, we have a morning walk, we eat breakfast before, but they have a checklist also that's on their fridge for them to check off. You know, I fed my fish, I did this, I did that. We try to start school by 8:30, but if we don't, I have times on my schedule over there. I have more like the duration of the class. Oh, there it is, yeah. Like, you know, Bible studies 30 minutes, math is 60 minutes.
Yeah, so we do something similar, and I usually set a timer. So you'll have this much time for math, and once the timer goes off, everything else is homework.
Yeah.
And that way we're constantly moving, because sometimes transition time can really drag on if you let it.
Absolutely. And speaking of transition time, I have another playlist on Spotify called Transition Songs, because again, like myself, my son, we're just creative people, so we're constantly thinking of things and talking, and it's hard to concentrate and focus on one task at a time. So what I do is, instead of saying get your math book 50 times, which infuriates me, now I say, okay, transition time, and I put on a song, you know, on my phone. It goes to my speakers right here. They have to get it done before the minute's over. So we have a 1 minute transition.
Nice.
And it's been great.
It's like a soundtrack is playing for your life.
Tip number 4.
Setting the mood. I don't really know about this. I don't set the mood. I go down, I open the door, like, ooh. All right, guys, get to work. Turn on some lights.
So this is just my tip?
Every once in a while, I will play some music from the Chips and Salsa Homeschooling playlist on Spotify.
I need to have an atmosphere where I am going to feel comfortable and I'm gonna remain in a good mood all day. I don't know if you can see, I have my salt lamp and diffuser there. I like to set the mood.
It smells very lovely in here.
Yes, it's like
Just
fall.
from the moment I walked in.
I like having that going, and then I do put music on once in a while. Another thing that has helped us really establish an atmosphere, I split our math lesson into 2 30-minute segments.
Oh, okay.
With a brain break in between. I go on YouTube and I have a bunch of like the Just Dance kids routines all lined up in a playlist. We just do like a quick 3-4 minute dance routine, and it just kind of wakes them up and they keep going. Okay, I think that's it for
now. I think that's enough. Brain break time.
Cheers.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
Comment below what you think about this video. What are some of your life-saving tips? And please share.
Like you care. Bye.
Bye.